TV Crazy Man here. In this video, I take you back in time to remember great classic TV memories of yesteryear, along with some fun facts, dates, and episodes you might want to look at watching this Christmas season. Some of which you might have forgotten all about. So be prepared to get jolly and bring a little of that old Christmas spirit with TV series like The Andy Griffith Show, Batman, The Addams Family, Gilligan's Island, The Honeymooners, Jack Benny, I Love Lucy, and more.
The Honeymooners.
On The Honeymooners, airing December 24th, 1955. It was the episode, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Anyway, I know it came from your heart.
No, it didn't. It came from the fat man's shop.
Never mind.
In this episode, Ralph gets Alice a present he thinks is great until someone else gives Alice the exact same thing and makes it seem like a cheap trinket.
Certainly is.
What is it?
So poor Ralph has to hawk his new bowling ball to get Alice something different.
You squeeze the orange on Napoleon's head and the juice squirts out of his ears.
Ralph's next gift is actually worse, but Alice loves it anyway because it's the love behind the gift that matters and not the gift itself.
Merry Christmas.
The last Honeymooners skit to air on television was in 1978 and was itself a Christmas special. There was one other Honeymooners Christmas special out the year before where Ralph does a play of A Christmas Carol, and one Christmas episode that preceded the 1955 episode in 1953.
And now, I Love Lucy.
The I Love Lucy Christmas show aired December 24th, 1956. This episode is referred to as the Lost episode because it was not included in the syndication package because of its Christmas theme and because it mostly consists of flashbacks to previous episodes. CBS didn't think anybody would want to watch a Christmas-themed episode at any time of the year besides the holiday season. This episode remained unseen until the year Lucy passed away in 1989. In December 1990, CBS aired a colorized version of this episode. Then it returned for several years on CBS, starting in 2013 until 2019. The ending of this episode has the cast of I Love Lucy all dressed as Santa when an unexpected visitor disappears before their very eyes.
The Andy Griffith Show.
On The Andy Griffith Show, the episode Christmas Story aired December 19th in 1960 in its very first season. It was the only episode of the entire series that portrayed Christmas. Mean old Scrooge, businessman Ben Weaver, brings moonshiner Sam Muggins to the jail to be locked up on Christmas, even though Sam was only making the moonshine for private use. So Weaver leaves Andy no choice but to put Sam in jail, away from his family. But Andy decides to bring Christmas to Sam if Sam can't go to Christmas. Andy arrests Sam's entire family, and to make it legal, he makes deputies of all the rest of the partygoers.
You wouldn't want me to let three such desperate criminals run around loose in our fair town, would you?
Now after seeing the holiday spirit and everyone having fun in Andy's jail, old man Weaver tries to get himself arrested.
You're gonna spend Christmas in jail for the sake of $2 measly dollars?
But Ellie talks Andy out of arresting Weaver because it's Christmas.
Christmas? Ha!
Helen Grump, Andy's later girlfriend, Crump, she would say arrest the old codger. But not the sweet angelic Ellie.
Away in a manger, no crib for a bed.
Ellie's heavenly singing is the final straw, breaking the hard, corrupt, mean old heart of old man Weaver. Boy, could she sing.
Lord Jesus, asleep on the hay.
Without nary a Christmas ghost present, Weaver, convicted of his meanness, ends up bringing presents to all, and even drinks up Sam's moonshine, which, being evidence, meant that Sam got to go scot-free. If you watch any Christmas show this season, this is the one to watch. It blends the reason for the season in with all the fun just perfectly. And if you can watch it without getting just a little misty-eyed, then you might just need a heart transplant. The episode Birds Gotta Fly, Fish Gotta Talk aired December 19th, 1964 on Gilligan's Island's first season. It was the only Christmas episode of the series. In the beginning of the episode, a radio broadcast declares that the castaways from the SS Minnow have been seen from the air and a boat is on the way.
These marooned people are believed to be the crew and passengers of the SS Minnow.
During the episode, the castaways reflect on their previous adventures on the island. When it turns out that the castaways on the radio broadcast were another group, a mysterious man in a red suit appears to try and cheer them up for Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas to you all!
They all assume, of course, that it's the skipper dressed up as Santa Claus.
After all, you might have been lost at sea and never reached this island.
That is until the skipper shows up a second later.
What's everybody looking at?
You'll never believe it, Skipper.
On December 22nd of 1966, Santa Claus paid Batman a cameo visit.
You tell me where the Bat Cave is and I'll leave a little present in your stocking.
Santa was played by Andy Devine, who was famous as Wild Bill Hickok's sidekick, Jingles.
If you can't trust Santa, whom can you trust?
Merry Christmas, Santa.
The Addams Family.
On the episode Christmas with the Addams Family that aired December 24th, 1965.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly.
The next door neighbor tells the children that there is no Santa Claus.
But Mr. Thompson said there is no Santa.
And when Uncle Fester tries to prove otherwise and gets trapped in the chimney, the whole family dresses as Santa, which is reminiscent of the I Love Lucy Christmas episode.
There is a Santa Claus, isn't there?
And though we don't physically see the real Santa, his presence is made known by the decoration of the Christmas tree at the end.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Dobie!
The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis ran for 4 seasons between 1959 and 1963. The show centered around Dobie Gillis, played by Dwayne Hickman, his family. His dad, Herbert T. Gillis, was played by Frank Faylen. He also played Ernie on It's a Wonderful Life. I did a video on it recently you might like with fun facts and goofs. The show also starred lovable but dim-witted beatnik Maynard G. Krebs, played by Bob Gilligan Denver. In each season, they featured a Christmas-themed episode.
Everybody goes nuts, and why, it's okay, it's Christmas.
The funniest by far was the very first season holiday-themed episode, Deck the Halls, which aired December 22nd, 1959.
Merry Christmas.
If you feel frustrated by certain aspects of the holiday season, this episode is for you.
That's people. Sometimes it makes me wonder if I really want to grow up and be one.
Herbert T. Gillis finds that his family and customers are driving him insane this Christmas.
But did you say to send them a card or not to send them a card?
Gillis finds himself on a collision course with a mental breakdown. First, his wife drives him crazy over Christmas cards.
I said not to send them a card.
It might remind them about the bill.
Then send them one.
Yes or no?
I said send them a card.
But then...
Then don't send them one.
Okay, it is Christmas.
Then send them one.
Then, after licking several hundred stamps, he gets one stuck to his tongue. Then Dobie's big brother asks for money.
I don't want people saying the son of Herbert T. Gillis is chintzy.
Let him say.
Then a nice old lady special orders a giant candy cane and refuses to pay the current price for it.
It's going to spoil my entire Christmas.
And after he agrees to give it to her free, she wants it delivered 11 o'clock Christmas Eve. And on the way out, she makes a crack that his wrapping could be better. Then Maynard asks him to hide a gift for him, an inflatable raft, of course. The very last straw was when this nice, cheap old lady wanted to return a several months old turkey at the current higher price. She paid 49 cents a pound, and now she wants to get back 69 cents a pound.
Give me my money.
Merry Christmas.
So, Gillis ends up in jail and refuses to leave even after he's released, until his family shows up with a great Christmas spirit of love and support, which goes to show you the best way to make Christmas a great time of the year is to think of others who might be having a hard time, and be nice to your family for crying out loud.
Let's go.
Like, behold.
The second season episode, Jangle Bells, is pretty fun. It features Maynard as the ghost of Christmas. Check that one out if you get a chance. You know, you couldn't go wrong with getting a whole series on DVD either. The TV series Bewitched had 4 different Christmas episodes, but the one I remember the most is the first season episode, A Vision of Sugar Plums with Lost in Space's Bill Mumy. Is there anything that Bill Mumy didn't play on as a kid? In this episode, Samantha, a witch of course, takes Mummy's character to the North Pole to meet Santa Claus.
The real happiness of Christmas isn't found in what we get, but what we give.
Don't want to go without mentioning A Charlie Brown Christmas that first aired in 1965. I'm not sure if there have been any better animated specials that's presented the true meaning of Christmas than this one. It's entertaining, and the soundtrack is something I like to listen to every Christmas as well.
For unto you was born this day in the city of David a Savior.
Linus's speech at the end where he quotes from the book of Luke in the Bible is the best part of the show.
That's what Christmas is all about, Charlie Brown.
Of course, the funniest part is when Snoopy kisses Lucy.
Dog! I've been kissed by a dog! I have dog germs!
It's really strange to think about it, but they no longer showed this special on TV. You can only see it if you get a subscription to Apple TV. And this is why I get everything on DVD, because, it's a pain chasing everything down when you want to see something. As a kid that grew up in the 70s and 80s, I don't want to forget to mention the $6 Million Man Christmas episode, A Bonnet Christmas Carol, that aired December 12, 1976. In it, Steve Austin teaches a rich Scrooge, played by my favorite Martian's Ray Walston, a lesson, and while saving Christmas, he even manages to plug his own action figure. December 19, 1980, Dukes of Hazzard came out with their own Christmas episode.
Big ho, 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 come on.
Filled with car chases, of course. By the end, even old Boss Hogg got the Christmas spirit. There was an interesting Christmas episode on the Dukes cartoon as well in the 1980s.
You know what you are? You're another Scrooge. You even sound like your name was Scrooge.
If you grew up in the 80s, I doubt you can forget the animated special A Chipmunk Christmas, which brought the Chipmunks back to television in the 1980s. You gotta listen to Christmas Don't Be Late at least once a year.
Not that again. Honest, Dave, we remember it very well.
Take the halls. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Take the halls with boughs of holly.
La 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 la
La Don me now our gay apparel. La 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 la.
Toll the ancient Yuletide carol.
La 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 la. Bravo, bravo.
Oh,
I haven't run into anybody like you in 20 years. Oh, why did the governor have to give me that pardon?
I don't know about that. Just bring me my pen.
I'll get it!
Airing most likely between 1957 and 1960, this particular Jack Benny episode featuring Jack shopping for Christmas is one of the funniest Christmas shows you'll ever see. It features the legendary voice of Bugs Bunny Mel Blanc,
This Christmas shopping gets worse every year.
and the legendary Frank Nelson, the man known for the hilarious way he said,
Are you the floor walker here?
Well, what do you think I am with this carnation? Afloat in the Rose Parade?
Just a quick setup for you if you don't know who Jack Benny was. He has long been considered one of the greats of TV, movies, and radio comedy, with one of the longest careers in show business history. His biggest jokes were centered around his lying about his age and being one of the stingiest persons in Hollywood, which was the opposite of reality. So in this episode, Jack decides to spend more than usual on an expensive Christmas present for his announcer, Don Wilson. He buys a wallet from Mel Blanc, who's working in the department store, and has Mel wrap it up with a card signed by Jack.
Don would love this one. This is real nice. Huh?
That's genuine cowhide.
Cowhide?
Yes, sir.
How much is that?
$40.
Things in this episode head toward literal insanity as Jack decides to get his real-life wife, Mary, some jewelry as he turns his attention away from Mel Blanc, just for the time being.
I wonder where... Let's see, for Mary, I wonder where the jewelry department is. I gotta get...
Jewelry department?
Yeah.
Right over there.
After failing to get Mary anything, he decides to change the card in Don's present.
Well, I'd like to change the card. I've already got it wrapped with ribbon and tinsel and little bells and holly. But mister, look, please, I'm a customer. Now unwrap it. Oh, all right.
So while Mel is starting to build up steam before he goes total Looney Tunes on Jack, Dennis Day shows up to do his Christmas song. Now Dennis was a big part of Jack's radio and television programs, and you may remember him from another Christmas classic, one that I loved watching as a kid, Frosty's Winter Wonderland, where Day did the voice of Parson Brown. Now, of course, Jack's not finished with Mel Blanc just yet. Not by a long shot.
Yes, look at, I want to change that card again.
Oh, no. First you buy the gift, then you write the card, then I wrap the gift, then you change the card, then I unwrap the gift, then you rewrite the card, then I wrap the gift again, and now you want to write another card.
You'll have to unwrap the gift. I'm sorry.
I already sent it down to the delivery room.
Well, then you'll have to go down and get it.
All right, I'll go get it. I haven't run into anybody like you in 20 years.
Now what?
Now what?
I put it in the package, I wrapped it as a gift, and I sent it down to the delivery room. But I forgot to sign it.
Please, you're creating a scene.
I guess you're right. The customer is always right. And this jerk is a customer. I went down to the delivery room and I looked all over and I couldn't find it. They already sent it out to the truck.
Now watch Jack carefully. He's literally biting his hand trying to stop from laughing. Mel Blanc was always cracking Jack Benny up. He literally cannot stop laughing at this guy.
I know, rap.
When I pay $40, I want it to be right.
Right, $40.
So now Jack decides that, you know what? It's the thought that counts. Maybe I spent a little bit too much on that wallet. I'll just get the cheap one.
I'll be right back. Oh, clerk.
Don't tell me you're going to change the card again?
No, that's not important. I want to change the wallet.
What?
Instead of the $40 wallet, I want the one for $1.98. Nice young fellow.
Now that joke is something you'd only see in a Looney Tunes cartoon.
$40.
The lesson in all this, of course, is don't let Christmas shopping stress you out.
Christmas.
Ha! Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Peace.
And love.
Merry Christmas, pal. Thanks, Husky.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Santa.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, everybody.
God bless us, everyone.
Want to watch some crazy cartoons that are family friendly? Check out my Freddy Cat Cartoons channel. And thanks for watching this, the TV Crazy Man channel, where we talk about classic TV and movie facts and goose. Share your memories of Christmas in the comments below. Hit the like and have a very Merry Christmas.